Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We continue our series today. And so today, for episode 8, we are really moving into where we need to review what we've done. We may not necessarily be there, but I'm just going ahead. So, what we do is we're going to talk about scheduling a review, a regular review session, and by that I mean that a session where you look back, see what you've done, what you haven't, and then make assessments. Okay, so going deeper into that, the first thing is I really suggest that you do a review at the beginning of your week for the week before. And what this does is it allows you really to, first of all, get really some time away from what you're doing, be able to reflect on what you achieved or didn't achieve those 2 days. So, if, for example, your work week is Monday through Friday, you took at least 2 days off. It allowed you to, first of all, rest, and then you come back refreshed the next week as you start the new week. So that's why it's better to do it beginning of the week. Now, if that's difficult for you, because all of us have different schedules, you can do it at the end of the week, maybe say Friday evening. But still that, you haven't really wound down. Probably I would say if you can do it maybe Saturday or Sunday. Those two are good days. Either way, it's okay. All right. So what does reviewing, our work week before help us to do? A couple of things. Two things actually mainly, but what I'm going to talk about a little bit deeper in each of those. The first thing is to determine where you are as far as the tasks and all the activities for the tasks that you set out to achieve. So you want to look at, first of all, your daily activities where you're able to do all of them, your weekly activities, monthly, and then quarterly. So what that does is it allows you to look, you know, and see, first of all, what you accomplished. So which is our second point is that it allows you to see what you accomplished and therefore what you completed as far as the task you set out. Then it also allows you to see what you didn't complete and what you weren't able to accomplish. Okay, so going a bit deeper into that, when we determine where we are, it helps us actually to see and look really at the patterns. First thing is that if you look and see, I'm looking at my point, so you forgive me. If you look and see that, for example, if you look at the things that you accomplish, the first thing I would say is brag a bit, be happy, celebrate. You can even toss on a beer, a wine, or whatever it is. Celebrate, because that really at least gives you some excitement. And then the other thing is to look at the things that you want able to accomplish within those time frames. You can do the daily, the weekly, monthly, and quarterly. Okay. Once you look at those, then ask yourself, why was I not able to accomplish this? So, there are a couple of things you could look at. Is it that maybe it's not your superpower? By superpower, I mean, is this something you're not good at and you have to learn? And if you aren't good at it, are you okay actually learning it and doing it? Do you have the time? Things like that. Those are the things that help you assess. Okay. And if it's also something that maybe you're not good at, does it cause you to procrastinate to actually do it? And you really look into that and determine, hey, if it's not something I'm willing or don't have time to learn, is that something I can actually ask someone else to help me? Okay, that's where the help part comes in. And then also you can look and determine, is this something that when I think about doing it, it brings my energy down, or I just feel low, or I feel depressed, really mild depression. I don't mean big depression, but yeah, because if we have things that we need to do and we don't enjoy doing them, sometimes we will end up delaying it because you're like, I'll get to it. And then we never get to it. Okay, so that could be the case. So once you have these, types of reviews and things are coming up for you, you have to look and see and wonder, or analyze and see, is there a pattern in this? Okay. By pattern is if there are things that you are constantly, for example, if you didn't do it this week, you say, I'll do it next week. Okay. You promise yourself, I'm going to do it this next week. Next week comes about and you also find you haven't done it. So is there a pattern that maybe it's something you either are not good at or you don't enjoy doing? Another thing actually could be that maybe it's no longer priority or the priority that you had set it up for. Okay. Because if you're not doing it, is it a priority? However, sometimes it could be a priority, but then that's where you try to find out other things that could make you not get to it. Okay, so what are the outcomes of this? Some of the outcomes that can come out of this is one, as I said, is asking for help. By asking for help, if you have a team already, you can actually ask someone else to do it, delegate. Okay, the next thing is you can delegate it through hiring. If you're able to hire, there are really sites out there, Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer. Those are just a few examples, but those are the main ones that you can find someone who can help you with some of this work. Okay, depending on what it is, you can find someone to help you. You hire. The next one is priority. Is it something that is still needed to be done, or is it something that is not needed to be done? So you really look and see that and set it out for yourself. It's something that you don't need to do. Hey, then you take it off your list, you drop it. If it's something that needs to get done, but maybe it's no longer high priority, either you could push it out or also ask someone else to help you with it. So those are the outcomes of analyzing. Okay. And then, of course, you move on. Um, and then some of the other things could be that also, did you create many steps for some of those things that you're not getting to? Or are there many steps to get to it? And by that, I mean, remember how I said you have to break it down? Because if we see that we can do each thing, each week, it becomes easier. But if we find that, it's this big thing, then we don't. So if there are many steps to it, can you find some that you can actually ask someone else to help you with, or find just a way to accomplish those, or cut them out? If that won't create anything to your business or to your work, your employment, or things like that, or actually create a bad outcome. For example, if you're a software developer, you don't want to miss some steps that may be important, for example. Okay. So just determine and see, is this something you can leave or something you can ask someone else to do? Okay. Um, and so that is, those are some of the things that would come out of a review. So in summary, really, what a review will help us to do is, one, it helps us to reset our priorities, activities, either they're high or low, or do we still need them, yes or no, and then the other point is that you can determine what you're not good at. That's the superpower I was talking about. If you're not good at it, would it be better to actually delegate it someone else, hire it out, barter with someone? By hiring and delegating, by the way, there are different options. Some of us may not be able to maybe hire out help, but I gave some examples, Fiverr and Upwork. You can really find many, many people. I mean, it's really become a small world. So there are people all over the world, and people have different prices. So you could find a price that, you could afford, that someone can help you with, or they can help you with some aspect of it, and some of the other you can at least do. Okay, so that is how you have to play with that. And then also it helps you to really determine and see what are those tasks that you may enjoy to do and others that you don't. I know for me, there are times when there's some tasks that I want to do, but I find myself feeling like, ugh, ah, you know, and that tells me something, like maybe I'm not enjoying it or something like that, or I'm being fearful. There's also being fearful. So maybe you have to push through that fear and do it, or it could be also something that you could ask someone else to help you with. Okay. And then fourth, it helps you to really learn to delegate, to ask for help. Asking for help includes actually asking someone to help you with something, really delegating to someone if you have a team, and or hiring out if if it's something that you can do. So those are the main things. Um, and you know, and then also the other thing is it gives us insights. I'm just getting my points here. It gives us insights into, the things that we are looking at doing. And then also it will help us to celebrate our wins, our tasks, and we give ourselves a kudos. Now, one thing at the end of maybe of your quarter, you can, celebrate in whatever way that you want to do that. And then also it will help us to see patterns. Sometimes you don't see things, you just think, oh, I'll get to that or I'll get to this. But it may help us to see patterns that actually will be really, really helpful for us to know or to learn about ourselves. One of the things that is very good and crucial in exercises like this is that it helps us to learn more about ourselves. And the more we learn or know ourselves, the better actually we'll really traverse the world and the things we need to do or the goals we set up for ourselves. Because if I know that, hey, you know what, I'm a good learner, I like to learn things, but when it comes to this particular thing, this particular task, this particular activity, I don't enjoy it, then why force yourself? You could ask again someone else to do it or delegate it out. And next time if you have to do something like that, you already know that, hey, you know what, it's something I prefer to ask someone else to do than me doing it. And then also vice versa, that, hey, I enjoy this thing very much, it's something I can do quickly and accomplish it quickly. Okay. So those are the outcomes from reviewing or review sessions. I hope that this is insightful, I hope it's helpful, and I hope you do your review. And I wish you all the best, continued success in all you're doing or you've set up yourself to do. Again, should you have any questions, please reach out. I would love for you to hear from you in the comments below in my video. And also, I would like to know, how do you do your review if you do it at all? Has this been helpful? Comment in the sections below. Let me know, okay, if it's been helpful. And you can share. You can also share if there are any other ways that when you've done reviews have helped you get insights into. Okay. Otherwise, I thank you for joining me here. My name is Rachel, and I'll see you in another video series. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye bye.